So welcome to Financial Algebra. This week we're going to be begin looking at the stock market. I sent you a message and I was hoping more of you would reply to that discussion of picking ticker symbols. So today I thought we'd put our webinar and kind of guide you through that process as well. So if we look at the objectives for today, we're going to discuss what a share is, find the price of a stock trading on the NASDAQ, determine how many shares to buy, and then the success criteria will be given an ownership ratio, determine the amount each investor contributed, um, and then the next one, find a company on the NASDAQ and find the ticker symbol and its current trading price, and then determine how many shares can be purchased of a given stock with a set monetary amount. So any of you juniors out there, ACT testing is April 28th. It's at the PLCC, which is over by CCA. It's a lot of CCs. Seniors, your checkout is May 8th. That means you got to get all your work done a week early. I need to adjust. I got to figure that one out because I have 8 weeks and you guys are only with me for 7 weeks. So I'll do a little bit of adjusting and then you'll be good to go. So today the poll was, what is your risk tolerance? When I took it, and that's going to be one of the things that you do as well. When I took it, mine was I have below average tolerance for risk. And so the person on with us, she has a low tolerance for risk. You want to say why you say that?
Because
Just to get your voice, is my hope.
just because I don't do risky things often.
Okay. For me, I'm a low risk taker when it comes financially as well, because it's like I worked hard for that money. If someone else gave me like $4,000 to invest, I'm gonna be riskier with it because I have the mentality of, well, it wasn't mine anyway.
Yeah.
But if it's what I worked hard for, I'm a little less. And also, like, I don't know, I don't do risky behaviors like bungee jumping because I just think the cord's gonna snap and you're gonna die. Anyway, so that's a little bit me. Um, and Geneva sounds super similar to me, so we're cool. Um, so then the question was asked, what do you know about the stock market? And student 2 says the stock market is a risky place because people invest money in companies that could either advance or crash. And it's true. It is a place where you take greater risks than putting money into a bank. However, over time, the stock market has shown that it outperforms a bank. And so if you keep your money in there for a really long time, then it's not as risky as if you're always trying to make a ton of money like today. Then yeah, you can also lose a ton of money. Anyway, so good. So let's go to our PowerPoint and see if we need, oh, you know what I don't have. All right, so Unit 9 is the stock market and business organization and stock market data. We're kind of going to look a little bit at snippets and just try to explain a couple of things better. Everything's in where you're at. So here's like if we were to open up a business and let's just say it costs $900,000 to get it off the ground, which it would mean it's a business I can't do. But sometimes you find some really cool idea and you go to investors and you ask them for support to get stuff off. If $900,000 were invested by 3 people at a 2 to 3 to 5 ratio, the question is, how much does each partner invest? What do you think? How do you think you'd find the answer? And does that mean like $2? Like,
Oh,
what do
no.
you mean by that? What does that mean? How'd you get 20, 30, 50%?
I had to do zeros of them because they all add up to 100%. So,
Okay.
so if that 100% is what we're trying to, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm so confused right now.
Don't make it go away. Okay, no, that was an interesting strategy. Like I like that's exactly what's going on is we have these people have invested 2 portions, 3 portions, 5 portions, but all those portions are 100%. And so I like that you did that. This is a way that doesn't make it better, doesn't make it right. Um, this is the way that I think of it is I think, okay, we have two out of how many parts? How many parts did we divide it into? Into 10 parts, yeah. And so when you broke it down, you're like, oh, that's 20%, 30%, 50%. So you can also go that route. And then what you do is you take 20%, or I'm going to do 2/10 out of 900,000. And so the 20% of 900,000, do you know what that is? It's okay. It's 180,000,000. 180,000. So that person's got some good money. And then if we do 3 out of 10 for 900,000, or if we did 30%, we're going to get the same answer. And if we did 30%, what would we multiply by? What's that decimal?
10.10.10.
Maybe 0.30. 30%. And you can multiply 3 divided by 10. The 30% is 0.30, or just 0.3. And then if we did the person with 50%, I like that you translated that quickly. So I'm going to write 50% there. 50% of 900,000, do you know what that one is?
What's half of 450,000.
Good job. Good job. It is. It's 450,000. So that's what they all, and when we add them all together, we'll get to 900,000. So good job. Good job. So percent change, just memory lane, remembering what percent change is. We're going to take the new value. Oh, I'm totally doing weird stuff. New value. We're going to do 1 minus it though. 1 minus. Wait, Control Z. I got to think through this real quick. I got to pause. So you take the new value divided by the old value, and then you're going to minus 1. Because you're going to get a percent or a decimal answer, minus 1, like 100%.
Oh.
And if our answer is positive, that's your percent increase. And if it is negative, that's your percent decrease. So just kind of memory lane. So I always take the new divided by the old minus 100. If I'm left with a positive number, move the decimal 2 places. That's your increase, percent increase. Otherwise, if it's negative. So what I want you to do, we're going to go, I want you to click on the link in the web links. But, oh, I think we have to do something else first. Hold on. Because what we're going to do is we're going to pick a company. What is a ticker symbol? Do you know what a ticker symbol is? Okay, that's probably a good thing to talk about. A ticker symbol is the abbreviation of a company. And we use that abbreviation on the stock market. So when we look at the stock market, we don't see long names of companies. Like we won't see McDonald's. We'll see its ticker symbol. We won't see Target. We'll see its ticker symbol. And so that's what I mean by ticker symbol. And we want to see where it's trading, what the company's currently trading at, and you're going to pick any company. I don't really care. And what did it open at? And based on the chart, do you think the company is doing well? I think there still is that chart thing there. So we're going to go to another screen. and then I will let you kind of see what I am doing. I wanted that part back though. Share my document. Come back. Okay. And then while you can see stuff, you're going to see my screen as I'm going to click on this first link. No, I'm not. Yeah, first link. Let's look at the first link. Why didn't it come up? I thought that was interactive. See if drawing makes it interactive. That was weird. It did. So right now I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to come share this one. Share screen. And I'm going to share. It comes up in Safari. Can you see it?
Oh yeah,
okay. There it comes. Can you see those numbers at all?
Oh, I put it full screen.
Oh, you put it full screen? That was smart. Okay, so when we look at these, you can see that it says NASDAQ Composite, and then it shows what the NASDAQ itself is trading at. It shows that today's change has gone, it's increased, and notice how it keeps changing.
Where? Right here? Yeah.
It's because it's a live feed.
Oh wow.
And the thing that's like to me is fabulously interesting about the stock market exchange is they have created the software so it is like extremely responsive to what's going on. And then we could see that for a year it's gone up by 6. Today it's gone up 0.5%. And if we were to scroll down a little bit, what do you notice about that graph?
In on Friday it was really low and now it's super high.
Yeah, it had a bad day on Friday.
Oh
And
wow.
and you got to remember that we're really just talking like 20 cents.
Oh really? Oh.
Yeah, look on the numbers on the right. Well, it's like $20, 20 shares, 20 whatever exchange. So it's not like huge, but the way we create the graph, it looks like it was a significantly large dip. So look at the red at the bottom as well, where it says on Friday it lost 1.5% change, which is, yeah, it's a lot of money too. But then come Monday, it pretty much gained it back, and then it's doing okay. Now, yeah, so those are just some of the cool things that, like, that's just kind of an introduction. The other thing I want you to kind of pay attention to is you look at previous close. You know, you can see what it closed at yesterday and when it opened this morning. See how those two are different?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was younger, the market when it closed, there was no more trading. There was no after hours trading. And so this is also even reflecting after hours trading. And sometimes that trading happens in other countries where they've got their different time zones. And you can, anyway, it's a lot more responsive than it used to be. You always had to wait until the Wall Street opened up before you could start trading again. But they've created things where it's just like worldwide, where you can have access. Internet's changed the world as far as that goes. Okay, so now what I want you to do is we're going to pick on, can you select that second link? Looks like you can, huh?
Okay.
There you go. Okay, and I want you to share your screen. Come back over here and click share my screen. And desktop is good. And then I want, yeah, make that one bigger. Yeah, and then I'm going to use my computer open. So I'm going to make this one bigger. What do I need to do? I need to make that bigger. That's what I need to do. So go up to the top, and I want you to see all those letters there. Okay, so if you're looking for a specific company you want to invest in, you can click on one of those letters. So just pick one, just for fun. And this is on the NASDAQ. You have the NASDAQ, you have the Dow as well, and they're just different groupings of companies. The Dow is, I think, 30 specific stocks where they track and they think it's indicative of the trend of the market. I don't know. Is there some place that a company that you know of that's probably pretty big and we can find it?
I'm trying to look for one, but I'm like,
Right now you're
okay,
in
what
C.
about it's a hotel and a resort, right? So Caesar's Entertainment. Is that like the Caesar's Palace?
I don't know. Click on it. Let's find out. And we may not be able to know, but at least it's might be. So she's picking Caesars. Oh, you totally went
Oh
to
my
their
gosh, is
website.
this like a
Okay, so she totally found her resort. Anyway, so let's come back to that one. That was funny. So they have a lot of information available. Let's what did you let's do stock. Click on stock quote. Yeah, okay. So leave it scroll up just a tiny bit because
Okay,
remember
okay.
they're seeing what
Oh,
you're
the
seeing.
numbers right here.
They're seeing what you're seeing. So what do you think CACQ mean? CACQ mean?
It's a Caesar's Acquisition Company quote.
Yeah, that's their ticker symbol.
Oh, for their company?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So like if you were to watch Wall Street run across all their little stuff and you're trying to track them, then it's faster to find it by their ticker symbol than it is to type their whole name because there's probably other Caesars out there and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put what that ticker symbol is. CACQ. And then what do you think the red, or what is 607? What do you think that means? 607.
That's the lowest share that you can buy, right? Or that's the starting share?
That's how much their share costs right now. What do you think the red 0.21 means?
It means that it went down, right? It's a negative number.
Yeah, it's negative because it's red. And what does 0.21 mean?
It means no idea.
It dropped 21 cents.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's probably regarding today's high. And it might be from today's opening that number. Because I'm looking at today's high, and today's high says 6.33. So I'm thinking the negative 0.21 means when the market opened, it was 20 cents higher. That's my guess. So I think it's like it's dropped from the opening price, today's opening price, because the high it bounced up there, and because it just kind of bounces throughout the day. It's kind of interesting. And so like overall, and it's because we're dealing at $6. It's lost 3% today. But what I want you to do is go to the price charts. Go to price charts. And scroll down. And tell me what you notice about that picture.
In 1 year, it's gone from doing really, really well to kind of low. Even though but it's just like an $11 or $9 like difference, right?
Yeah, per share. But if you're talking $15 to $6,
that's a lot.
That's a significant percent change. Yeah. So if we're talking like $4,000 to 3,900 something, then you're like, not so much.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But this one, would you be inclined to invest in it right now?
No, it's not doing so hot right now.
Okay, so it seems like it wouldn't be a good investment. Here's the thing, if we're looking at that specific stock and we're trying to decide whether we invest in it or not, we look at the trend. We look at it is declining. And then you look to see, well, is the company doing anything about it? So then we'd go to their website and we'd see what their management team is, because they always have information out there for their shareholders because they want people to want to invest in them, and so, but if people are like backing off and not investing in them, then it makes it harder for them to also do business because it's kind of like people are loaning them money. That's the stock market is like, I'm lending you money. Go make me some. Yeah, you need money to do business. Here, I'm going to let you borrow some. So these people aren't going to the banks to borrow money. They're coming to us and saying, do you believe in my cause? Do you believe in what I can do with your money? I'm going to make you money.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why, and that's just one of the things. So Cool. So why don't you go back a bit and just pick one more. Let's go find some other company that you heard, or pick a different letter or whatever you want.
Yeah, we'll choose.
And the way that people become traded on the market is they become what's called public companies. And when you become public, you're looking for shareholders and people to invest.
Macy's is a known thing.
Okay, so yeah, remember, click on their quote. Cool, and so I'm going to put another, you picked M for Macy's, and they're currently trading at $60.98. Did you notice anything else?
It's not as high as they didn't lose as much as the other company did.
Okay.
And this one's only this is only 5 cents. No, that's not 5 cents, right?
Yeah, the first one is 5 cents.
Oh, okay.
First one's 5 cents. It's a 5-cent drop from their opening price. If you look at their today's high and low price, what was their high today?
$67.37.
Yeah, so they bumped up there. And then what's their low for today?
Why does it keep doing that? Okay. Okay,
and then you can share volume. What do you think share volume might mean?
That the total amount that people have invested in it?
I think it actually means how many were traded, bought or sold today.
Oh, okay.
Because like you can see the 90-day average daily is 4,000. So there's times when people are just like buying that one like crazy.
Right.
And selling like crazy as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so let's click on the price charts. And let's kind of look at their trend over the last year.
So they look like they've grown actually from May to today.
Yeah, so that's a year. That's a year year at a glance look. So can you kind of tell what they bottomed out at for the year, and then what their high is for the year?
I'll be right here. At I would say about 50, between 56 and 55 would be their low.
Yeah.
And then their highest would probably be at 70.
Okay.
$70.
Yeah, so I mean, if you were, and here's the thing, when you play in the stock market, the thing is to buy low, sell high. So if we did, and we were to buy in that window in October where their stock went down, if we were to buy at 55, 56, and then we saw it just like come up and go really good at $70, about $70, wow, that's a lot of profit to make. And if you purchase a lot of shares, and it's like even a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so that is a way that you make money quick on the stock market, is if it's it's skill intertwined with intuition, intertwined with looking at the data of the company, how they're running business, because sometimes that influences, the productivity and happiness of stuff. Anyway, so that's how you find the ticker symbol. That's how you find the trading price, and that's what I need you to do in that discussion that I asked you to do. So let's go do one more thing, and then I will leave you to be. So let's look at, and you just gotta click on that sucker, and I'll bring it back up. Yep. And then I gotta make yours.
Stop sharing, or?
Some weird stuff going on. Yeah, stop sharing. Make this go away. Go away. Okay. And then the very last question dealing with anything is, how many shares can you buy with those stocks with $500? So if I was to buy that Caesars stock, how many shares can I buy if they sell at $6.07? What would we do?
You could buy, my estimate is 90, I guess, 90 shares you can buy. Oh.
Where'd you get 90 from?
Because 100's too big because it's not $600.
Okay.
So I just kind of went down a little bit.
Went down from there.
Yeah.
Okay, and so then if we wanted to like be super duper specific, okay, I totally gotta figure out that one. What you do is you take the amount that you want, divide it by the trading price, so 6.07, and that'll give us the number of shares. No idea what it is. Let me see if my super cool calculator will tell me. We have super cool calculator, Desmos. Go away, I don't want it there anyway. Oh my gosh. So 500 divided by 6.07. So your guesstimate was good.
Really? What was it?
It's 82.4. So on this one, it'd be 82.4 shares. Okay. So just an intro. I think it's kind of interesting looking into the stock market. Of course, I did school around it. And if I was braver, if I had more money, then I would actually play on the stock market. And
Right.
I'm not brave enough to go get a job where other people rely on me to be risky with that scares me. Even though I have a lot of background with the financial institutions, it just worries me. But anyway,